If live lang.
Live naman.
Oh, ayan na live na pala. Sorry, sorry. Kailangan yata ako ay mag-mute. Ba?
Hello mga ka-Pix Pro! It's
Hi,
again
Rex.
alas Pix Pro na.
Yeah. Parang yung dati, di ba? Pag sinabing 4:30 na ang TV na. So tayo pag 5 p.m. na, alas Pix Pro na. So hindi ko
Aha,
alam kung makaka-relate yung audience natin kasi parang baka hindi nila kapanahunan yun.
oo nga eh. Mga millennials na
Mga
yan.
Gen Z na, mga Gen Z iba na.
Right?
So
So
yan.
hello sa mga audience natin. Let's just wait for you guys to join in our Facebook Live. And then introduce na ni VP Jessie ang napakagwapo nating speaker for today. All right. It's again another
Yeah.
interesting topic that we will discuss. Hindi na siya, well, actually, this topic has been discussed a couple of times already, right? But I think, syempre,
Mm-mm.
threat actors, yung mga kailangan nating, mga, mga, what do you call this, the interconnectivity of our lives, right? In the internet and at the same time how we work right now. There are changes and it's evolving, every day. So probably we'll get some updates from our speaker with regards to this topic. Okay, and
Yep.
just
But, mhm.
stay tuned and we'll greet some of our audience from the Facebook Live.
Yep.
Let's check.
Yes. O, before tayo mag-start, so syempre, babati muna tayo sa ating mga viewers sa ating FB Live. So, right now, kita ko is online na si Sir Ben Dakudao. Sabi niya, good PM, Kapix Pro. And then we have Sir Benson Lucas. So good morning pa, iba ang time zone ni Sir Benson. Naka-good morning pa siya. So yan. Kung nasaan ka man Sir Benson, thank you for watching. Parang good morning pa sa inyo. So yan. And then for Sir George. Si Sir George talaga nga naman napaka-active oh. Nakasama na natin siya ngayon live at nag-greet pa rin siya sa ating sa FB Live. So
Afternoon.
yan.
Good
Pasensya
afternoon
na,
mga
na
kapitbahay.
guys kasi mukhang yeah, hindi stable ang aking connection. Pasensya na po at malakas ang ulan dito sa Isla Malabon. So malamang pagkatapos nito, malamang pagkalabas nito ay kami ay magyayate. Yate palabas. Okay. Sino
Ingat,
pa ba?
ingat, ingat dyan.
Yes. Thank you.
Binabati din
Yes.
namin ang aming president, si Madam President Ruby, who is currently in Aurora, Baler, right? So I
Mhm.
think we're activating that chapter, right?
Yep.
In Aurora, Baler. See?
Yes.
So that's the main thrust of PixPro, right? We are extending our reach to those unreachable.
Ah, okay yung tagline na yung
Hindi, kasi layo na kasi nung
Gusto ko
baler
yun.
di ba? Parang bihira ka talaga makapunta ng baler, di ba? Oo.
Yeah.
Pero yeah,
Baler,
that's
tama sa mga nagsasurf, 'di ba? Doon 'yon. Yan.
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
sana
Oo.
makasama tayo, maka-join tayo sa next natin. Okay. Siguro I think we can start na kasi limited lang ang ating time. Mukhang interesting talaga tong topic natin. So, yeah, I'll introduce kung sino yung ating speaker for today. So actually we have MEC Networks, isa sa ating Pix for NCR partners. So our speaker for today is Sir Jonathan Brian Torio, or he is BS Information Technology graduate with 10 years of expertise that focuses on and IP surveillance systems, 2 years in network security and SASE framework, and designed various companies in North Luzon. So currently holds the position of Assistant Systems Supervisor of MEC Networks Corporation, where he manages engineers on different network security business units of the company, and continues to design various projects involving consulting for new network security specializing SASE framework. And with regards dun sa topic natin, so here's the synopsis. So in today's digital landscape, the Secure Access Service Edge or SASE framework has emerged as a crucial strategy for organizations aiming to enhance their network security and efficiency. So this blueprint outlines a comprehensive approach to deploying SASE, beginning with an assessment of current network infrastructure and security posture. It emphasizes the integration of security and networking functionalities into a unified architecture, optimizing performance and reducing complexity. Key considerations include selecting appropriate SASE components such as SD-WAN, CASB, and Zero Trust architecture tailored to organizational needs. Implementation strategies focus on phased deployment, ensuring minimal disruption and maximum scalability. Ultimately, this blueprint guides organizations towards achieving a robust and future-ready SASE deployment capable of supporting evolving business demands while safeguarding critical assets in increasing interconnected world. Na-nosebleed ako. But without further ado, let me introduce and give the floor to Sir Brian Torrio. Sir
Hello,
Brian, take it
good
away.
afternoon, good afternoon, Bigs Pro. Yeah, before I start siguro presenting the SASE architecture, I just want to introduce myself ulit. I'm Jonathan Brian Torrio, one of the system supervisor here at MEC Networks. And this afternoon I will discuss the SASE architecture uh, I just want to ano lang siguro na yung advocacy ng Bigs Pro to enable the public to enable yung mga regarding sa mga cybersecurity threats. Okay, let me share my screen na lang po And here, it is nakikita na po ba the screen?
Yes po.
Yes po.
All right. So our topic for today is to strategize the blueprint for your SASE deployment. Before that, before I define what is SASE, basically the evolution of traditional network boundaries in favor of distributed network infrastructures with users, applications, and data spread across various environments like on-premise setup, data centers, has created greater complexity. And then this complexity also as well um, kumbaga, enables or increase yung mga risks outside and consequently enterprises dealt with increased operational costs as well, and then expanding doon yung mga threats, and para dito nagkakaroon sila ng limited visibility, no? And then SASE, Secure Access Service Edge, ito yung framework ngayon or architecture approach that address yung mga current and future enterprise needs for high performance connectivity and yung mga secure access for any user, any applications from any locations. So basically, here are some fundamentals ng SASE architecture requirement. And one of this is yung convergence. So basically, convergence, ang ibig sabihin nito, the networking and security are converged into one software stack or one software architecture that handles yung mga core tasks like routing, inspection, enforcement while sharing yung mga same context. And another thing is yung identity driven. Dito ini-enforce natin or ini-implement natin syempre yung techniques like zero trust network access, based on yung mga sa user identities and granular access control for some of our internal resources as well. Katulad nga nung sabi na we always trust but we always verify. And then the third one is cloud native. So cloud native, cloud delivered, multi-tenant, and with the ability, and para dito, we will gain the ability to be elastic. So from here, SASE must be cloud native. So para dun sa mga end user or mga enterprise that requires additional computing power, additional numbers of users, elastic siya kasi kumbaga uh, it requires only subscription, no? And then number four is dapat kung cloud native siya, dapat may global presence, no? For this one, the availability are no globe through the presence of POPs, no? Or yung points of presence to deliver yung consistent na mga performance and security that are closer dun sa mga users and applications. And another thing is one of the fundamental of SASE is it must support all edges, serving yung branches, data centers, cloud, and remote users through a uniform security policies. So from here, we can ensure yung optimal application performance, no, and security as well. So the next one is the common types of SASE architecture. So I have here at least five, no, and the first one is application-based SASE. So from appliance-based SASE. So for the appliance-based SASE, typically ano siya, what it does, it routes traffic from remote users and branches through a central on-site or cloud data center appliance before it reaches yung destination. So parang may hub siya, no? And then this approach combines yung network and security features, no? Yung SD-WAN and firewalls. Its physical nature and backhauling of network traffic can adversely affect flexibility, performance, efficiency, and also productivity. Kumbaga nagkaroon siya ng ano, it has a proposition that may sound appealing but meron tayong underlying limitations para dito. Second one is hybrid SASE. So sa hybrid SASE naman, it involves two vendors that provides all SASE functionalities. Typically combining network-focused vendor, and then we combine with a security-focused vendor. So this setup requires integration, no? Magkakaroon tayo ng integration project to ensure yung solution that will work together, no? And to enable yung log collection and correlation for visibility and management as well. Well, this approach requires multiple applications kung maintindihan natin, ano, while it can achieve functionality similar dun sa some SASE architecture like yung mga pure SASE, no? And then, this increase in complexity often results in reduced sa visibility and lack of agility and also flexibility. Kumbaga magkakaroon tayo ng, katulad nga ng sabi ko kanina, no, we will need to have integration for this one. Another thing is managed SASE. Sorry about the definitions. Paparindi ko yata siya napalitan. So, managed SASE, ito yung we use to integrate various point products or point solutions, including yung central management dashboard that uses APIs. And then this model relieves the customer from handling multiple products, but still it brings complexity kasi we are managing diverse SASE infrastructure, no? And lastly, single SASE vendor or what we call here as pure SASE, no? It converges yung networking and security into a single cloud native platform. This allow the business to consolidate yung mga different point solutions like next-gen firewall, mga separate na CASB, data loss prevention, and other stuff. No? Well, for this one, in addition, the event is stored in one data lake. So this shared context improves yung visibility and effective enforcement for security policies. No? And just to add up lang din, magkakaroon tayo ng centralized management kasi wala tayong different point solutions na we will manage separately. So this makes SASE simple to use, boost yung efficiency, and make sure that magkakaroon tayo ng regulatory compliance. All right. And then some key components no for SASE. So nandyan yung SD-WAN, it enables yung optimal WAN management natin, and also SASE leverages yung mga SD-WAN capabilities to provide optimized routing for global connectivity, WAN and internet security, cloud acceleration, and remote access as well. Another thing, one of the components is yung firewall as a service. So nandito, a firewall, well basically, a firewall is a foundation of any network security stack. And SASE includes this firewall as a service to provide yung scalability and elasticity needed for the digital business and extend full network security stack wherever needed. Third thing is web gateway. So web gateway protects against malware, phishing, and other web-borne threats, no? And for SASE, it offers web gateway protections to all users at any locations without added latency of routing traffics to inspect in the specific locations. No? So magiging maganda magiging user experience natin para dito. Another key components is zero trust network access. So ZTNA offers yung mga modern approach to secure application access for users, no? It embraces also as well yung mga zero trust policies where application access is dynamically adjusted based on users' identity, location, device posture, and some more na mga techniques for the ZTNA. And for this one, SASE continuously inspect all ZTNA sessions for risk and naturally extend to provide endpoint protection as well. No? And another key component for SASE, so cloud security broker, where well dito sa CASB naman natin, it provides us a granular or full visibility on what's applications being used sa organizations natin. So for this one, we can implement or we can do policy creations like we allow mga sanction applications lang to be used for our network, no, to lessen yung magiging attack surface kasi most of the time some of our users, no, hindi naman sila ganun ka-aware sa threats sa cloud or sa internet. They were currently or they're continuously using yung mga unsanctioned applications like mga torrent sites and other downloading sites, ano. And for this one, CASB plays a major role para doon sa SASE framework natin. Alright, and lastly, for SASE, yung key components niya, you will have or you will gain a unified management console. So for this one, magkakaroon ka ng hindi ka na magkakaroon ng separate dashboard for extending yung configurations or managing yung SD-WAN, yung managing mo ng security, and yung managing mo na access for the remote users mo. So magiging mas madali yung magiging implementation or yung magiging configurations natin. Alright, and then what challenges can SASE addresses, ano? For this one, number one is yung network cost. Basically, common naman na to. We replace yung mga legacy site-to-site connectivity connections, no, like MPLS and lease line. Another thing is yung high complexity. Well, majority ngayon ng mga industry, they were seeking sa mga best of breed sa markets. So, nandyan, may mga best sa firewalls, may mga best sa web gateways, SD-WAN, and from here, we already created network security setup, which is complex, no? Different dashboard, management applications, we need to integrate pa, and other things. Bad performance, so basically for bad performance, most of the time yan, currently sa internet, no, yung mga applications natin is being hosted beyond sa regions natin. So basically, the latency, yun yung main concern para dito. And work from home pain, no? Many users keep on complaining that working home is a nightmare. Well, for this one kasi what we did in a traditional level or a traditional way, we place VPN concentrator sa main or headquarters natin. And from there, if nag-choke yung VPN concentrators natin or if requires more computing power, more it requires more user to support, yun yung mga nagiging concern dito. No? And then cloud migration risk. Um, well, we need to kickstart yung cloud migration natin but it is really complex para dito. And hindi naman natin pwedeng dalhin or hindi naman natin pwedeng padala yung on-premise firewall natin papunta sa cloud, no, to protect yung network natin. What we do is we implement or we install doon sa cloud infrastructure natin mga virtual firewalls. And it adds dun sa complexity ng magiging network setup natin kasi we need to implement pa. Ano. For visibility, well in line to doon sa, like I said earlier, no, yung cloud access security broker, ito yung sa shadow ITs natin. We need to have a full visibility para doon sa network natin to address yung mga cyber threats. Ano? So, here are the common challenges that SASE can address for this one. Moving forward, so today, ito yung pinaka very interesting perspective ni Gartner. So basically kasi what the organizations, yung mga organizations requires ngayon, ano, they seek for performance and features. But currently, as per Gartner, the future of network innovations will target yung mga, ayan, andito na, operational simplicity, automation, reliability, and also yung flexibility ng business models. Okay, and then as a enterprise, we expect that our infrastructure will support yung objectives natin, ano. So, andyan yun kapag if you are going to grow through mergers, we expand globally, um, let people work from anywhere, migrate to the cloud, or run cost reduction projects, ano. And then for this one, these transformation projects will need a network security platform or solution that is secure, resilient, agile, global, or optimized. And then currently, may challenge tayo para doon. But ito yon, if we try to support yung transformation na yon with legacy point solutions, the requirement of security, resiliency, agility, global scope, performance, optimization can be almost impossible to achieve. Let's say, for example, nandyan yung, if our security is based on physical firewalls, then it is really hard to expand globally without degrading yung mga performance and yung supporting ng hybrid workforce natin. Another example is if our SD-WAN is separate from our network security, then we have an integration project. Well, it makes yung high availability really complex. And another thing, and lastly, yung if we have yung multiple policy engines. Let's say, for example, one for the east and west traffic for our network to another, or such as security web gateway for east, north and southbound traffic. Then, kung kakailanganin natin do ng changes, no, kung like yung mga policies nagiging rigid siya, it hurts yung agility natin. So madami tayong pwede maging example para dito, but with the legacy architecture, we are stuck with fragmented infrastructure. Nandyan din yung resource intensive maintenance, suboptimal performance, and low resiliency. And from here, as Gartner said, complexity is the enemy of availability, security, and agility. No? And from here, ang question na natin ngayon is, what is the ways forward? Well, basically, yun yung convergence ng two different worlds ng networking and security. What we call it SASE, yung Secure Access Service Edge. No? And from here, SASE platform converges all networking and security functions we need. And the platform optimizes our performance and security posture by ensuring all capabilities are consistently delivered everywhere, autonomously managed as well. So from here, this is the promise of SASE, to empower yung IT with a platform that can be or that can move at the speed of the business. So basically, lahat naman ng industry ngayon, ito yung main goal, no? To support yung business nila with the digital transformation as well. And from here, the summary enables, in summary, SASE enables high performance access to everywhere and everyone with effortless, no? At ganyan yung deliver yung technology na to. So how SASE works? So we have three basic things lang. So we connect, we secure, and run. So we connect lahat ng, kumbaga we support yung all edges natin, no? Like physical data centers, branches, cloud, and even yung mga remote users natin. We secure it via its security stack. So everything from SASE, no, meron siyang full suite ng security like firewall as a service, web gateway, next-gen anti-malware, CASB, application control, data loss prevention, and other added security features na yun like remote browser isolation as well. Okay, and then lastly, papakita ko lang sa lahat ng audience, no, yung how we create yung SASE platform or SASE framework. So basically, it needs to be a cloud native solution, ano, that process yung mga SD-WAN from any edge, any port, any protocol. It do also as well yung acceleration and optimization, and it does yung security side, no, yung threat prevention and data protections via firewall as a service, web gateway, IPS, DNS protection, next-gen anti-malware, and other security features we need. All right, and how we connect our site, no, through the SASE or to the POP or the points of presence. Well, basically, some of our solution, no, it requires only a gateway appliance, and another way is to implement yung IPsec connectivity going to its service. And then another thing, we support, katulad yung sabi ko kanina, no, we need to have we support yung mobile workforce natin. So we extend yung architecture remotely. We install lang some agent, the client needs to connect to internet, and the agent connects to the POP. And another thing, if we have cloud infrastructure. So basically, SASE must support also as well yung cloud edge. We connect via IPsec or we install yung mga virtual appliance. Another thing is SaaS optimizations. So para maging, we can say that the SASE is a true SASE, we must optimize. SASE must be capable to optimize yung mga traffic, since to be a better SASE, you need to have a global POPs or a global backbone as well. All right, and then another extended, kumbaga, cybersecurity features of SASE, it extend yung mga extended detection and response capabilities as well. And lastly, if you do this particular architecture, magiging value and benefits nyo para dito is you will gain single management and granular role-based access. Andyan yung rich network and security analytics, automated posture management, and mga self-service and co-manage. All right, that's it for my presentation, and thank you for having me here. Thank you sa Pix Pro, and yeah.
Thank you po, Sir Brian. So, I think madami tayong may mga private message sa atin for the questions. So, siguro, Sir George, sa iba merong nag-message
Yes,
for...
meron po. Good afternoon. Sir Brian, may tanong po tayo dito, ano? Ang tanong niya is, with a customer with an existing IP VPN network or even SD-WAN, how big will they need to re-architect their network? Sir
All right.
Brian.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Basically for SASE, sir, well, the main value of SASE architecture is to provide yung pinaka easiest way natin to deploy, ano, it doesn't require yung very complex or it doesn't require to kumbaga uh, fully change sa SASE, no? Meron tayong capability na kumbaga ano lang, by phase lang yung gagawin natin sa implementing ng architecture natin. Kumbaga it all uh, limit yung mga ganitong klaseng setup.
Thank you, sir.
Alright.
Thank you. So, singit ako, Sir VP George. I think meron mga questions no dito sa ating FB Live. Pero wait lang, singit lang ako ng isa pang question. So, Sir Brian, how does SASE utilize the software-defined architecture and AI in its platform nowadays?
Well, yung SASE kasi ngayon, it can adapt dun sa mga new technologies, ano. So, yun nga, it is always prepared dun sa mga next phase natin para sa network security natin, ano. Kasi nandyan na yung mga uh, firewall as a service, web gateway, uh, next-gen anti-malware, and other stuff. And we only require yung additional layer of security like yung mga knock and sock capabilities, no? Yun na lang yung basically mga intindi natin para doon.
Jess, bago
Yan,
tayo
thank you,
bago
Sir
tayo
Brian. Sa'yo ba, VP George? VP Carms, meron ba?
bago tayo sa FB questions to, marami eh. Pero singit meron pa isa eh, no?
Singit mo na.
Meron pa isa. Sige. Sige, Sir Bry. Habol, no? How does SASE connect to the overall cybersecurity plan of a company?
All right, sir. So basically, currently right now, uh, almost 60% nung kakailanganin nating network security stack nasa SASE na, na banggit ko na rin kanina. And then, from here, we only do the planning for, kumbaga, yung another layer ng mga security or sa cybersecurity like yung mga extended detection and responses and other kumbaga we need to plan out what will be the uh, fit na cyber kumbaga endpoint security solutions to have a better kumbaga magkakaroon tayo ng uh, better cyber security posture.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sir Bry. Wala na ba, VP George? Pwede na ako sumingit.
Thank you na.
Yeah,
This
so
is
maybe
something.
sa mga audience natin sa Facebook Live, just type in your questions, right? And as much as possible, we will entertain those and sasagutin ng ating speaker.
Yeah.
May
Nakikita ko,
mga,
VP
actually
Carms, medyo madami na eh.
oo nga, no, may nabasa nga rin ako dito, ano, so parang interested sila to implement this solution, right? So how do you, they say, may tanong dito kung paano daw, how is this price, this SASE solution?
Well, basically, there's a lot of SASE vendors ngayon, but currently, what we have here in MEC is yung purely cloud SASE architecture, no? And how we price it based on bandwidth per site. And then for the Z10A remote users, we price it per user, no? And only kumbaga yung magiging investment lang natin for the hardware is yung mga socket or yung mga gateway devices, no? And it doesn't require na yung licensing for or yung kumbaga yung sizing natin for the firewalls kasi all capabilities are handled na doon sa points of presence or doon sa servers.
So pwede
Thank
kang
you.
on-prem then, right? Or cloud?
Yeah, basically ma'am, we only implement here, no, sa platform namin yung on-premise devices na as a gateway. Or if may existing devices na sila capable of doing yung mga IPsec connectivity, so they can connect it doon sa service po namin.
I see.
Yep. So
Alright,
I think meron pa tayong another question, VP Carms. Ito, kauna-unahang nagtanong, nakita ko, nagsa-start pa lang, meron ng question si Sir Ben Dako daw. So the question is, are the SASE components vendor agnostic? Can I mix and match?
Well, katulad ng sabi ko kanina, no,
Mm.
may mga different SASE architectures tayo. So, well, SASE naman is a framework, di ba? We
Mm.
implement sa uh, site natin yung mga firewall to have protection para sa mga east and westbound traffic, north and southbound traffic natin. We can implement also yung mga separate na VPN concentrators para it can utilize or it can carry yung or it can support yung mga work from home users natin. We connect to the cloud. So doon pala nabubuo na natin yung SASE framework. But from here, may mga solutions like cloud native SASE, which is well, I can say na it is not brand agnostic, no? Kasi
Mm.
nakalock siya dun sa particular technology niya. But on hybrid SASE, we can do it. Kasi we implement mga SD-WAN and then we can mix or we can add yung mga SSE na solutions.
Yeah. I think may follow-up question siya, although I think nasagot na. So, what are the pitfalls of going mix and match chop suey components?
Yeah, basically doon magkakaroon po tayo ng ano no, challenge in managing, no. From here, we carry kasi yung SASE framework na may single management console, no. Kung i-implement mo yung hybrid SASE, either two or three management console yung magkakaroon tayo. So magiging mahirap yung para sa mga ITs natin.
Yeah. Okay. Kaya po ba ng ating time? Kaya pa naman po. Sige, last two na siguro, last two. So may nabasa pa akong another question from Sir Ismael. Um, Sir, while you've outlined all the benefits, could you please share if there are any drawbacks associated with that architecture?
Well, basically ma'am, no, currently I don't see the drawbacks for SASE. Kasi ito yung future ng networking and security, no? Uh,
Mm.
katulad ng sabi ko kanina, it supports all edges, no? From data center, remote users, cloud, well, everything, lahat ng hanapin natin aside from security, nandun na rin yung SD-WAN, yung connectivity natin.
Yep. Okay, so another
So
VP George, may isa ka pa
ito
ba?
VP Jessie, very interesting question to. The SASE rely heavily on the quality and reliability of the internet connection.
Well, partly ma'am, yes.
Mhm.
Kasi lalo na kapag yung SASE solution mo is uh, cloud native, no? So, kokonek ka sa kanya. So, what we advise sa MEC is that you need to implement at least multiple or multiple ISP, different ISP para sa
Mhm.
resiliency natin.
Para may backup ka.
Yes, yes ma'am.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah. Parami VP Carms ang question. But I
Yeah,
think ito,
I think
yeah,
we have more time for
more
this.
time pa naman. So ito another one. How can SASE help secure access to mobile devices and BYOD programs?
Well, for the BYOD programs, well, katulad ng sabi ko kanina, if you're under doon sa site that are connected doon sa SASE platform, well, I can say you are protected kasi dadaan, all your traffic will traverse papunta doon sa servers niya. And then yung mga device naman natin, yung mga corporate devices natin, when we take home yung device and currently installed siya ng agent, so yun yung main benefit ng having SASE ngayon, ano? Kasi everywhere, kahit saan punta yung user natin, it follows yung security, no, para doon.
Yeah. So actually, madaming questions dito kasi I think very interesting
Interesting.
yung topic, and since majority of the companies right now they are still mga work from home, right? So one question nga dito, okay, because from what we understand, right, SASE addresses yung customer experience, right? So it's the end goal talaga is to provide better customer experience, right? So, paano daw yung latency? Do you have any concern on latency?
Well, for the latency, well, dito po sa MEC, we have a solution na merong sariling backbone or POP here in the Philippines, no? and other SASE.
So there's a dedicated POP in the
Yes,
Philippines.
yes.
Okay, all right.
And other SASE platform kasi, other solutions kasi, they need to traverse outside Philippines. So it add latency para doon, ma'am. And then from here sa MEC, we offer SASE platform or SASE service which have SASE local POP here in the Philippines. So the user experience would be better. Or
Okay, so hope that answers your question with regards to the latency, Sir Jonald Peñaflor Domingo. Dami nating audience today.
Sobra. Pero parang meron
Yes.
tayong nalaktawan na isa, VP
Meron. Okay,
May
go.
question si Sir Mario. So for cloud deployment, what is the overhead on the internet bandwidth?
Ayan, marami na kasi ngayon ang naka-cloud, di ba? Majority of them are migrating to cloud, whether it be Azure, AWS, Google, or even Alibaba, right? So, yeah, magandang question yan.
again, ma'am, sorry.
Sorry. Okay. So the question of Sir Mario, for cloud deployment, what is the overhead on the internet bandwidth?
Well, basically for the overhead, katulad yung sabi ko kanina, your SASE must support yung must have yung global backbone, kung yung cloud service natin or cloud infrastructure natin is located beyond or this region natin or either Singapore, it should have a server in Singapore. So it reduces yung latency para doon. So kung makikita natin yung architecture kanina, from your cloud infrastructure going to the POP. So basically, it reduces the latency and going to the end user as well.
So shout out kay Miss Divine Renoa watching from the Department of Education. I think very interested sila dito kasi marami yung mga pag minsan kino-call off yung class, right? Nag-online class.
Yeah.
So ito yun. So kailangan nila ng better connectivity. So hindi na kailangan mag-tunnel back to the headquarters, right? Yes. All right. Any more questions na we feel are very relevant to the topic?
I think VP Carms,
Ang dami nating audience
yes.
Sir Ricky Lopez.
Hi, VP Ricky. Good afternoon. And I think nanonood din ng ating si Press Ruby live from Baler.
Ruby. I think activated na yung ating Aurora branch of PixPro.
Yep. So, ang daming nanonood sa atin ngayon. May nakita pa ako dito, VP Carms, live from Saudi Arabia.
Oy!
Worldwide.
Hello po from Saudi.
Yep. Then, meron din dito, sabi niya, learning from Puerto Princesa. So, talagang very, helpful yung ating session.
From Palawan.
Yep. From Palawan, yan.
Okay. So, may mga nagre-request dito daw, mga further info, but probably you can just share your link or like email, no? For those who would want to directly contact MEC for this. Okay, right? See, Sir George, is this your first time to join our PixPro? Maybe you want to introduce yourself na on the spot ka.
Good afternoon po. Good afternoon everyone. I'm George Pineda po. I first time po na nag-join sa dito. Magandang hapon po sa mga ka-PixPro.
Yes, and what sorry, ano natin? Ano po yung task natin sa ating mga ka-PixPro? The role? VP
sorry,
of?
Ano ba ako? VP for... Di pa ako nag-o-taking, ma'am eh.
Okay, well,
in-advance natin, VP Carms. Teka, surprise kasi yun, surprise.
Sorry.
Na-carried away kami, basta niya, VP.
So, sa mga, mga audience natin sa Facebook, right? So, we are a growing family in PixPro. So, come join us also, right? So, we have registrations. You can do registrations via our Facebook page, right? And sa NCR, we have si VP
One.
Juana,
Yeah.
right? In terms of registration, if you want to join the brigade, right?
Yeah.
Of
And I think VP Carms, tama ba ako? Correct me if I'm wrong, yung membership natin it's for free na, tama ba?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's very good, no?
Mhm.
So we're reaching to the unreachables.
Yeah. Talagang favorite mo yung tagline.
Oo nga, hindi ko alam kung bakit paano ba yung tagline na yan, reaching the unreachables. Oo.
Yun ang
Yes,
ating
oo.
hashtag for this afternoon. Reach the
Yeah.
unreachable.
Yes, but yeah, so very we're expanding and we'd like to educate more, okay, in the society, all right? And we're very happy that, some of the government agencies are also aligning with our advocacies, right? So there are members also from the government institutions. So isa na talaga tayong alliance, and definitely what we only want is for the good of our country. Oh, 'di ba? Parang ano lang tayo, 'di ba? Oo,
Very, ano yun,
kakandidato.
very
Kakandidato
politician yun.
yata, oo.
Very politician yan. Ano,
Right.
Carbs.
Yes, okay. So, siguro last words from our speaker before we go to our key takeaways, what we can summarize from this session. Last words, maybe some things that you would like to share with our audience, right? With regards to not just SASE, but the overall cybersecurity landscape, right?
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, ma'am. I advise na continue to support Pixpro as well to help you enable para sa mga cybersecurity threats and yung mga latest na mga technologies to counter yung mga cyber threats and yung mga threat actors as well. So keep on supporting din, no? Yung mga other entities or organizations that enable yung para sa mga cybersecurity. Yeah.
All right. Okay, thank you. Okay. So, ako brief lang din before I pass this to also George. Pang ano mo to, George, initiation. Okay.
Initiation.
But I'll start off right from learnings that I got from this session, right? So, one of the things really of this evolving threat landscape, right, in cybersecurity is that there are a lot of convergence, right? So we have experience already. So like for myself, right, coming also from a security background, when I was selling firewalls, right, majority of the features we try to embed, all right, or integrate into a single platform, right, for us to be able to simplify how we offer or how we could provide a simplified solution to the public, right, for them to be able to consume it fast, easy, and okay, the promise of that is more secure, right? Because it's correlated already in terms of how we see or be able to have that visibility across our environment. But, with this SASE, I think this really originated because of the digital transformation, right? There are a lot of innovations with regards to, transformations, I mean, in terms of mobile workforce and the adoption of SaaS, right? So there are a lot of companies already adopting to SaaS, right? So the software as a service, right? And most of it are like directly, accessing the internet, right? So now, okay, so tama yung sinabi nga, no, na it's a convergence, right, between network and security. Okay, so that again simplified the architecture, and that also simplified or even, okay, optimize the cost in maintaining such solution, okay, because we are already eliminating, as mentioned already by our speaker, right, the MPLS. Right. So with this SASE solution, okay, you are already protected with regards to your link directly to the internet, right? You don't need to tunnel back to your headquarters for you to be able to access any application securely, right? Okay? And dati kasi, di ba, dito sa mga, ito, familiar din si VP Jessie, no? When we were selling firewalls, right? So
Firewall.
marami yan. Meron na tayo. Kaya nga nag-originate yung UTM, di ba? It's a Unified Threat Management, right? Where it's all in one already. So with this SASE, right? It caters already to, whatever our firewall has been doing. So that's why meron siyang firewall as a service, right? And then meron na rin siyang SD-WAN capability. It has also yung mga advanced layer of protection with regards to sanctioned applications. Okay, so that's why we have the CASB, right? And then of course yung gone are the days na we have to deploy multiple hardware devices just to protect proxy, right? So for us to be able to secure our web gateway, okay, yon, no? So we don't really need to deploy a lot of hardware devices. So this really simplifies, and I think what was mentioned also is that at the end of the day, what we are trying to achieve here is the business agility, right? Business agility and customer experience. Yeah, so that should be the end result. And having said that, when we say customer experience, hindi dapat mawala yung security. Okay? Because every time that we access, okay, the internet, especially if you're home and then you're accessing, your corporate data, okay, that is very important because we still are liable to the data that we are accessing and the data that we are consuming, that are privately held by different companies. So yeah, so we're very much this is what we are embracing right now. That's the reality, right? I think this is where the landscape is going towards, right? There are a lot of innovations. Baka nga next time mga robot na lang yung kausap natin, ano? So
Mga AI na, no?
I know, right?
Protect, di ba?
So I'm sure itong SASE will also evolve, okay, into that type of Gen AI type of magta-type ka na lang, ganyan, 'di ba? Kasi lahat to user-driven na to eh, 'di ba? So yun na yung direction talaga of the landscape of our internet. Okay? All right, Sir George, for you. Ano bang masasabi mo dito sa topic natin ngayon?
Sa trial, talagang naputo ko.
Yes, kailangan talaga.
Grabe initiation ni
your welcoming remark.
Siguro, ang feedback ko lang, no, observation ko lang, dun sa SASE kasi, crucial kasi kasi there are a lot of companies na wala pa no, they're not really into it. No? Siguro, very crucial yung significance ng impact ng SASE, no? Siguro, yung sa mga hindi nakakaintindi pa, sa mga bago, clearly ma-define muna yung SASE, no? Siguro by understanding, na-define yung components niya, etc. And then ma-highlight ko anong benefits, no? Kanina may mga questions, no? Anong advantages, ano yung pwede bang mix and match, no? And then the implementation, sabi nga kanina ni Sir Brian, no? Siguro sa organization ma-discuss how organizations can implement yung SASE solutions effectively. Yung iba kasi lalo na yung management, clearly lalo na yung mga hindi technical, hindi nila maintindihan ano yung benefit no, purely. And then of course give use cases, no. Of course dun sa mga expert na may mga use cases na, that's why we're sharing best practices lalo na sa mga professionals, no. And then ano pa ba? Security features, no? Ma-discuss yung detailed advanced security features ng SASE, no? Such as yung mga web gates, next generation firewalls, etc. What else? Scalability and flexibility ng SASE. industry trends, what others. Siguro again by incorporating all of this, no, uh, mako-convey natin sa management ano yung importance ng SASE. Siguro yun lang yung takeaways ko, no. So I hope
Very,
I made
yes.
sense, no.
Tama
Yeah.
naman. Very, very
Very
relevant
well
naman
said.
answer, VP George. Actually, that is majority of the concern, no, on how you can scale,
Yeah.
especially for the solution na cloud ang ano natin, di ba? We we consume it via cloud, right? Okay. Ikaw, VP Jessie, may mako-contribute ka ba? Or gusto mo ikaw na yung mag-end? May 4 minutes pa tayo.
Ako na Nag-take down notes din ako.
Well,
Well, I think yung bottom line naman here dito is yung better, yung na-mention nga ni VP Carms, na better customer experience na with security. So I think with this SASE architecture, no, na-mention ni Sir Brian kanina, this is easy to deploy. Parang plug and play lang siya. And I think siguro nga tama yung sabi ni VP George na dapat siguro ma-educate yung mga companies about the SASE architecture. So yeah.
Tama, kasi the most important thing here is not just the tool, but how you deploy it, right?
Yeah.
Correctly, right? So for you to be able to achieve the effectiveness of the product, okay, there is still a component na, best practice in terms of deployment. So yung nasasabi nga natin chop suey, right? Of course,
Yeah.
you have to make sure that everything is or can be integrated, right? Or else that will also be a failure, right? In anything that we deploy in any of the environment, kahit na gaano kagaling yung mga cybersecurity products natin, right? If there is no best practice for us to implement it and the right approach, okay? So I think that's why here in Kwentuhan Cybersecurity, we're not just touching on specific products, but also on processes. Right? So sinasabi nga natin there's this people, process, okay, and technology, right? So lahat yan has to be considered, okay, when we are implementing this, and that will make our that will make any deployment successful. All right. So sa mga audience natin again, mga shout out po sa inyo, sa mga hindi pa po nagme-member. Nakikita po namin kayo dito. Linilista po namin yung mga pangalan nyo kung member na po kayo. Tapos,
Kapag hindi, one by one,
I know,
mini-message
right?
natin
Oh,
sila.
i-reach out na po namin kayo kung hindi pa po kayo member. Okay, kasi it's a free membership and you have this you have this platform,
Yeah.
okay, for you to get educated. Okay, so hopefully you join us and be part of PixPro. All right,
All
guys,
right.
we're down to our last minute. All right, so just stay tuned every week, every Friday,
Every
5
Friday.
p.m. Parang ano na po tayo dito, sinabi nga ni VP Jessie, yung dating 4:30, yung mga dating mga kapanahonan namin, okay,
Yeah, ang TV.
pinapanood. Pero dito,
Hindi ko
every
naabutan yun,
5, yes, so hindi ko rin nabutan yun eh. So every 5
Narinig ko lang.
every 5 p.m. So make it a habit, all right? Okay, do watch
Alright.
Kwentuhan
Tatlo na lang
Cybersecurity.
tayo, VP Carbs. Baka magkamali pa tayo dun sa
I
final
know.
natin. Final
Yeah.
line.
Okay. Oh, ikaw na. Ikaw
Teka
na.
lang, parang
Okay,
ako, VP Carbs.
gusto mo si VP George. Talagang pang-initiation na talaga natin kay VP George
Kay
to.
VP George, no?
Alam mo ba yung natin, tagline natin every time we end our session? Yung our famous tagline. Okay? So, we always say, di ba, yung happy lang, walang weekend. Okay? O,
Yes.
sabay-sabay, ha?
Sabay-sabay.
Pero hindi ka na namin i-expect na sumabay ka sa amin, VP Jessie, kasi yung internet mo is laggy. Alright.
Nagpalit ng password yung kapitbahay na.
I know. Nako, masama yan. Alright. Okay. So, thank you mga ka-Pix Pro. So, sa lahat ng mga audience natin, yung lagi naming sinasabi lang, Okay, every Friday, happy
Happy
lang,
lang
walang
Walang
Wala.
weekend.
weekend.
Okay, stay dry everyone. Maulan. Thank you.
Happy
Bye-bye.
Happy nga,
Friday!
bye-bye. Thanks, Sir
Thank
Brian.
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Weekend!